Hey, what's up? Welcome to Mom. It's 10 minutes of morning mobility to get your body ready for the day. So we're going to start on our backs for a piriformis stretch. Go ahead and lie all the way down. Bring your shoulders to the floor. Keep your feet to the floor. Then we'll take the left leg and bring the ankle across the right knee. Okay, make sure the right knee stays stable. And then here, go ahead and press down on the inside of the left knee so you feel that tension and resistance in the left hip. So just holding it here for about 30 seconds. While we hold it here, I want you to pay attention to bringing your lower back to the floor. So you'll turn your pelvis back toward the floor and just hold that there. Take a few breaths in through your nose and out through your nose. You feel the hip loosening up. Okay, and then we'll take the left hand and turn the knee in toward the right shoulder. Again, keeping the right leg your anchors. Keep it totally still. And then you're just pivoting the ankle on the knee there. And then press back down to where you were before. And then back in. So we do these for like 1, 2, 3 count. And then back out 1, 2, 3 count. We'll do this about 10 times. Should equal about a minute. Again, you don't want to be too rigid on this, but you want to make sure you're getting that stretch, giving it the time that it needs. And here, I'll remind you to check in and make sure you're keeping your low back pressed to the floor. So these are piriformis rotations. So you can kind of feel your hip rotating forward and then back out when you move back out. Got a few more. And 1, 2, 3. Back in. And you should be feeling a little more range on these right at the very end here. 3, and then last one. And then holding it out, we're going to bring the right leg up just to kind of bring it all in. So here you'll feel a really good stretch all the way through your glutes. And your whole hip actually. So hold on strong under your right leg here. Again, keep the shoulders flat to the floor. Keep your breathing even. If this is the first thing you're doing in the morning, your hip will feel really tight, but this feels so good. So just hold strong right there. Then take a deep breath in. And then exhale, bring it back to the floor. And now we will exchange legs, do the same thing on the other side. So anchor that left leg this time, foot to the floor, knee stays even. And then we're going to press down on the inside of the right knee. Just hold strong there. Again, check in with your low back, keeping it pressed to the floor. This is something you can also do in a seated position, but lying down like this, I feel like you get much deeper stretch without having to hold your posture. So I recommend just doing it on the floor like this. A few more seconds, and then we'll start the rotations. 2, 1, and then again, just rotate in toward that left shoulder, Just pivoting the foot on the knee and then pressing back out. Got about halfway there. Make sure that anchor leg is staying stable. So you have a strong foundation for your leg to move on, your hip to get nice and open. Good, a couple more. Bring it in, 1, 2, 3, and out. And I have a loud hip. These, again, if you could tell my hip is warming up because it starts to get loud. It doesn't hurt at all, but it's just from an old injury. All right. Keep the hand pressed on the inside of the knee. Let's go ahead and bring the left leg in. Again, press into that. You have the foundation of your foot onto the knee right here. So I want you to use that as your resistance. Really dig into the stretch. And the more you bring this knee in toward the chest, the deeper you'll feel it on the right hip. So you can kind of just gauge that how you like. Yeah, less than 10. And inhale, exhale, down. Okay, we're going to sit up for the last part. Okay. Let's do some 90-90 stretch, okay, just to round out what we just did here. Okay, so situate your legs in a 90 degree, both sides, and then we'll go ahead and turn toward the outside of the left knee. And then post the left arm behind your back as taut as you can, and let your eyes follow your left shoulder. Good. Your feet stay flexed so they stay flush toward the floor. That way your hips have a stable place to work from. And then keep your legs right there, and we'll turn to the opposite side. This time, let your eyes look beyond the right shoulder. Good. Keep your hips pressed forward. We're going to do this on the other side. Good. And release. And then just try to stay as still as possible, but situate your legs 90 degrees the opposite way. Turn. We're going to turn the same way, but you'll feel it in a different spot. All right, keeping the hips pressed forward, slowly turn the opposite way. And really press in on the outside of or the back of that thigh. You should feel a good stretch all the way through the right shoulder. And the more that you press in with that hand behind your back, the more support you'll get. So try not to lean back too far. Keep pressing forward. And come back to center. Then we'll end with a prayer squat. All right, just keep your spine tall. Press the tailbone toward the floor. And you can hold this as long as you like, up to about a minute. But I'll leave you here. Thanks for joining Mom, and I'll see you next week.